Today we're talking about why I'm getting rid of my Chanel and Bottega Veneta handbags. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name's Haley. I'm the founder of Minimal Style Club, where we talk about how to maximize a minimalist wardrobe, aka style tips, fashion history, shopping tips, pretty much anything to do with handbags, clothing, and how to achieve a minimal style aesthetic. All right, let's get into the video. A little bit of history first. I have these handbags currently rented or borrowed through Vivrel. And if you guys haven't heard of them, Vivrel is a marketplace online where you can go and search for pre-loved handbags and even jewelry now. That allows you to borrow up to 2 items, I believe. And there's different membership tiers, and you can borrow just 1 handbag, you can borrow 2 handbags, or you can borrow, I think, 2 handbags and an item of jewelry. I think they've changed their memberships around a little bit. I've been using that service for probably, I would say, a year and a half. I think that they're great. I think it's a great alternative to test out certain handbags. Say you're interested in a luxury handbag that costs a few $1,000s and you're not sure if you want to make the investment, if you're even going to really like the bag. And Vivrel also does let you purchase the handbag. So for example, I'm considering, instead of just returning my handbags, reaching out and seeing how much it is to purchase the handbag, and they calculate it based off of how long you've been borrowing, and your membership fee that you pay monthly also goes into that price. So it'll be reduced heavily off of retail already because it's pre-owned, but then also just because I've been renting this particular handbag for, I think, almost 6 months or longer. So it will be even more discounted. So let's talk about the handbags, and I'll show you guys them. So the first one is this Chanel small vanity case. It's a crossbody, but I also like to use it as a clutch. This bag is in the black lambskin leather. It has a zip that goes all the way around like this, which honestly, one of the reasons why I want to get rid of this one is just because I think the zipper is kind of annoying to use, having to zip all the way around every single time I want to open it. And I feel like it's almost causing more wear and tear to the zipper than, say, like a traditional classic flap where you would just open it with the snap closure, or even just like a top zip bag. I feel like it's kind of difficult to pull around, and it creates this like pulling, I don't know if you can see, but pulling like at the zipper edges, especially when it goes around the corner. So something that I was thinking about whether I wanted to go ahead and actually like purchase this one from Vivrel instead of just returning it, but I think I'm gonna return it just because the annoyance of this style, like with the zipper, and then also just because, I mean, I love lambskin. I like the feel of it. It's definitely really soft, but I just think it's not sturdy, and I always wanted a Chanel that was in caviar black leather because it's gonna hold up longer. Even though this one came pre-owned, it was in pretty good condition. It still had some wear, this wear at the zipper handle right here. And even, it's like, it's hard to open and close. So I think this bag was great to test drive. I think if I had already had a growing collection, and this wasn't my first Chanel that I was testing out, I probably would maybe consider keeping it just because I like the size of it, I like the versatility of it, but I think that long term, I'm looking for something that's a little bit bigger, and something that in general just isn't as annoying to use day to day with this zipper. Next is the Bottega Veneta pouch bag. I've had this one longer, I think. This one was in very good condition when I got it, still in great condition. I love the leather of this. This was actually the first Bottega Veneta handbag that I saw and was able to like feel in person without having to go to the mall or without having to go to one of the stores. This is the larger size of the pouch bag, and it has a lot of room. I love it. I use this during the day, but mostly at night because that's just, you know, more of a clutch style. But I personally don't mind not having a strap with this one just because I like the dumpling like look of it. I think it's so cute and it doesn't really bother me. Definitely though not a good errand bag. Like I reach for this one more just because it has the crossbody strap, and if you're going like to the grocery store, don't want to set your bag down in the cart or something, like I just love having a crossbody. So that's like the one downside of this. This is the bag that I'm considering reaching out to Vivrel and asking how much it is to just purchase outright, just because this bag on the Bottega Veneta website currently retails for $4,200, and I know that they've had like a few price increases, I think. So for me, if this one is at like a good deal, I would consider buying it, because I do use this one a lot. And when I get rid of these two bags, I will no longer have a black purse in my closet, which is scary because I use these interchangeably almost every day. I'll keep you guys updated, maybe do a part 2 if I decide to keep this one and tell you how much I purchase it for. But I did see one on Fashion File, which is another pre-owned luxury marketplace online, and it's only about $1,900 to get this exact bag, and it's in good condition. So if Vivrel comes back and says, you know, this is over $1,900 what they're asking, then I most likely won't get it, and I'll just try to get the one on Fashion File instead. Probably not gonna be using Vivrel anymore. This is nothing to, you know, bad to say about the company. Reasons why I wanna get rid of these handbags is because, full honesty, I am paying, I think, just under $300 a month just to borrow these two handbags, and that is insane. It's way too much money a month that could be easily going into, like I said, just purchasing it myself. The thought process was just like, let's test drive the handbags and maybe won't keep them for as long because $300 a month is ridiculous. But I just fell into the trap of like, wow, I have these two great bags. You don't have to go drop like almost $10,000 to be able to just get these two bags, and you can rent them. So I think it's a great service. But for me personally, I want to be able to say that I own my bags outright and not have to rely on the borrowing part of it. And it literally just feels like a waste of money. I'd rather have true ownership of the handbags, and one person in the YouTube community and on social media that has been so inspiring is Je Suis Lou. If you don't subscribe to her, I highly recommend it. She has an amazing handbag collection, and she's one of the people that inspired me to start growing my handbag collection and make sure that I personally own it. She has a lot of great videos about how she recommends to like save for luxury purchases and things like that. So definitely check her out. But that's one of the biggest reasons is I just don't want to use Vivrel anymore. I don't want to have to, you know, rent the handbags month to month and pay this exorbitant monthly fee. Like, that used to be my car payment. When I was in college and got my first car, it was like 200 something a month. So I'm basically paying more than what I did for my monthly car payment for my first car. And that's awful. So I just want to be able to return these, or maybe buy this one outright and then go along the journey of just finding mostly probably pre-owned luxury handbags, unless I get the opportunity to go into a Chanel or an Hermes store. I don't live close to one anymore because I just moved. So my closest store of any of the luxury fashion houses is like 4 or 5 hours away. So that's my reasoning of why I'm getting rid of my Chanel and Bottega Veneta handbag. I will most likely do a part 2 to keep you guys updated. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our new videos coming out, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Minimal Style Club. And you can visit our website at www.minimalstyleclub.co. Also, in every video, I'm gonna try to link what I am wearing. Today, I am wearing a blazer from Frankie's shop and a necklace by Pocherie, and then an activewear bodysuit by Set Active. Bye, see you next video.